CCX News a site in Brooklyn Park that city officials believe could be a major job creator. We'll show you what a developer has planned. Then, inconvenient but necessary. See how construction work by utility companies has caused challenges for some Crystal and New Hope businesses. And later, we'll take you inside a Golden Valley school where the focus goes beyond 21st century learning. CCX News starts right now. Hello and thanks for joining us. Plans are moving forward on a key development site in Brooklyn Park.
Yeah, after first getting a recommendation for denial from the city's planning commission, the Brooklyn Park City Council has warmed up to a developer's ideas. The proposed site is called 610 Junction. It is 65 acres of land southwest of Highway 610 and 169. The economy has forced changes in thinking from previous plans there that called for dense housing and retail. But city officials are still hoping the area can be a job creator.
This is prime space for us. We want more jobs. I think you get what we want here, which is we want companies who come in who's going to provide quality, good, livable jobs for our residents.
Developers told the city council that the project could bring hundreds of new jobs. Preliminary plans include senior housing, offices, multifamily living, and self-storage units. It's the storage the council had the biggest problem with, but in the end decided to move forward.
We have to do something to help out here. And I see as we're already waiting and delaying, we may be losing something that the developer already has intended to bring here, which could be an amenity and create jobs.
The council asked the staff to prepare an ordinance to rezone the site, and they'll see it again next month. For the past few months, a New Hope gas station has been singing the construction blues.
A couple of road projects have impacted the convenience store, but as Eric Nelson found out, there is relief in sight.
The Winnetka Shell in New Hope has gone from a convenience store to an inconvenience store.
It's definitely slowed us down. People just can't get in coming this way, so that hurts. And then it's just kind of a hassle beyond that.
Winnetka Avenue and Bass Lake Road have been anything but a barrel of fun.
So the first couple weeks it was a big problem where they'd have to kind of go up and around and then back there and then through that parking lot and then just makes a bunch of really tight turns.
The CenturyLink Energy Pipeline project has made getting to Shell and other places a huge challenge.
We do understand that it has been disruptive, and we thank all of our customers, businesses and residential, for working with us on this project.
The delays and detours clearly have had an impact on business.
Obviously we were probably going to take a hit. There wasn't a ton of choice. You know, they had to do what they had to do.
It really has been a rough summer and fall for the folks here at the Winnetka Shell. They've been hit by the double whammy of two major construction projects. Just call it a 1-2 energy punch. Besides the CenturyLink construction, Xcel Energy is also doing work on Bass Lake Road.
It just kind of popped up one day. It seems more intermittent, so they're not as impactful.
But there is some good news for Winnetka Shell manager Brendan Maloney.
We will have the entire area cleared out by this weekend in time for Halloween and hopefully before the snow flies.
Yeah, it's definitely a relief.
That should mean a spike in business for Shell because customers will have easier access to the store.
Once it opens up and kind of people start realizing that it's open again, they'll start coming back.
In New Hope, I'm Eric Nelson, CCX News.
Also in New Hope, plans for a new city hall and police station take a step forward. And that tops our look inside City Hall. The New Hope City Council approved construction documents so contractors can price and bid on the project, which is expected to cost nearly $19 million. City officials heard requests to hold off on the project to give residents more time to learn about it, but city officials say there have been several public hearings and they've used every communication channel available to get the word out over the past several years. The council could name a contractor in early December. And New Hope is looking ahead to next year's road construction season. Engineers are focusing on the pavement on Boone Avenue between 27th Avenue and 42nd. There are proposals for changing bike lanes as part of the plan. One option could limit parking to just one side of the street. An open house for residents is scheduled for November 7th.
The chance of snow on Friday and a chilly weekend ahead means local businesses are preparing for the transition to cold weather.
We bundle up a lot on window sealing kits, insulating foam, start getting the shovels down when they're starting to say snow is coming.
The staff at Levon Brothers Plumbing and Hardware put snow shovels out this morning. They've had an increase of customers picking up items to ready their homes for winter. And while people might think of prepping the furnace or sealing up windows, staff also stressed the lesser known preps like lubricating your garage door.
Your garage door breaks more often in cold weather than it does in warm weather. So once you hit fall, you really want to lubricate up any moving part on your garage door. Springs, rails, rollers, everything.
The plumbing business also emphasizes properly shutting off spigots and checking pipes because small leaks can freeze. Still ahead, we visit a Golden Valley school where students learn science and may not even realize it.
Plus, the Wayzata girls soccer team is ready to pursue a championship at the state tournament.
But first, less windy on Wednesday, highs in the mid-50s. Here's something for college seniors to think about. At North Hennepin, you can apply for spring, summer, or fall classes for free through the end of the week. Classes, those fees are normally $20, so it wouldn't save a lot by itself, but those fees can add up if you apply to several schools.
A lot of times high school seniors are wanting to apply to multiple institutions to really see, where am I able to be accepted into. Some of them might not have fully explored an institution, so they want to just get their application in and then throughout their senior year kind of figure out where might fit them best. And then they already have their application in and they don't have to worry about that later on.
High school seniors and others can apply for free at Minnesota State colleges through the end of the week. 6 years ago, Robbinsdale area schools started something new in the Olson Elementary School building.
They launched a magnet school for science and math called the School of Engineering and Arts. Reporter Shannon Slatton explains how this school encourages students to keep asking questions.
Look, get that. That one had a red dot. That's damselfly.
Sometimes looking at what is small
Another sky
can give you the best look at the big picture.
In the big picture of things, we're looking at how much pollution is in our water sources. Today they're practicing looking at macroinvertebrates.
Students from the School of Engineering and Arts in Golden Valley
Other schools that do this are high school kids.
are working with Hennepin County to measure the health of local waterways.
All these creeks go to what river?
This small part of the C School factors into a much bigger picture of how the school operates.
The staff are committed to teach with a different lens, and the lens that we use is integration. So how can we cover the standards and meet our different objectives day to day?
For many classes, that means getting outside to learn.
We engage with the outdoors because if we're learning about life science standards from a book, then we're not necessarily teaching our kids the right way.
Our qualitative notes. Pencils ready, at the ready.
All schools have chicken nuggets, but this nugget is the subject of study.
We're gonna get all our data and see which one Nugget likes more.
When we're done here, we'll bring the food in, measure it, see how much she ate out of each one.
Conducting hands-on experiments and asking questions help students have a choice and a voice in what they want to learn and how they learn it.
It makes it so much more relevant and the kids learn, it sticks more.
They have some grit about them, that perseverance, that they know it's okay to fail, but they keep trying until they find the answer that they're seeking.
Test it, test it, test it.
Critical thinking is encouraged at the youngest of ages.
A lot of times the students don't even know that they are doing math or doing science because they're so engrossed and engaged in the project that they're working on.
These students are first graders playing a game to learn a new skill.
Right now we're working on coding, and it's kind of the computer language, like we teach reading and math as a language. This is also kind of the new language we teach.
Fifth graders use advanced technology.
These
These are where we make our designs.
They learn software, create a design, and then make an object on the school's 3D printer.
There's creativity involved, there's problem solving, because these designs, when they have an idea to put something together, it doesn't just happen. They have to figure out how to make it happen.
Since these students were born in the 21st century, the focus is no longer on 21st century learning, but rather further beyond, and how a school focused on science can inspire students to keep wondering.
Oftentimes education gets the bad rap that we educate the wonder out of kids. Well, here they're going to leave us wanting to know more and wondering more.
In Golden Valley, Shannon Slatton, CCX News.
And for Halloween, there's more science planned. The school drops pumpkins off the roof of the building, but only after students have designed a container around it to try to keep the pumpkins from breaking. Stay tuned, right? Still ahead, we stop by a local store for a look at this year's most popular Halloween costumes.
But first, the Wayzata girls tennis team looks to serve up a winner in their first state tournament match. John Jacobson has the highlights next.
With sports. The state girls tennis tournament is underway. Team competition is Tuesday and Wednesday, with the singles and doubles tournaments Thursday and Friday. Wayzata, champions of Section 5AA, met Rochester Mayo Tuesday morning in a state quarterfinal round match. At second singles play, Wayzata's Ava Marco is in the far court facing the Spartans' Amalan Saraja. A good rally here before Marco ends it with a shot off the net and in. However, Saraja wins this match in a 3-set tiebreaker. First singles play, the Trojans' Samantha Stevenson follows her serve with a forehand winner, and Stevenson wins her match 6-1, 6-2. First doubles play, Wayzata's Sydney Stern is serving. She follows her serve with a nice shot near the net that falls in front of the Mayo player. Stern and partner Grace Jacobson win their match in 3 sets. Second doubles, Ellen Barancic serves for Mayo. She and Kaylee Johnson playing Lauren Lowe and Miyazuki. And then Zuki, who finishes with a nice shot at the net. Lowe and Zuki win it for Wayzata 6-4, 6-4. Finally back to singles. At third singles, a long rally between Emily Reisman of Wayzata on the far court and Mayo's Taylor Jolsrud. Big forehand by Reisman wins this point. She wins 6-2, 6-4. Wayzata wins the match 6-1. The Trojans face Edina in a Class AA semifinal match Wednesday morning at 8 at Baseline Tennis Center. It's another strong fall for Wayzata teams, and as Jay Wilcox reports, the Trojans girls soccer team is aiming for a state title.
Wayzata is a strong and deep program, and reaching the state tournament despite losing 2 top players, Marissa Kalkar and Addison Clark, to injuries shows that.
So exciting. I've been waiting for this since I was a freshman. I'm just really excited that we could all be here together, and it was just a big step for us, especially without Marissa and Addie. I think it's just really awesome that we still pulled through without them.
The Trojans conquered top-ranked Minneapolis Washburn in the Section 6AA title game as the teams met for a 3rd consecutive section final.
I thought we dominated most of it. It was really back and forth throughout the game, but I just thought we really put our chances away and they didn't. And also Maddie Lowe, she made some amazing saves too, so that helped us a lot.
After knowing all season there was a good chance they'd meet Washburn, now the Trojans have to get just as focused for the next opponent. Easier said than done.
No matter what, we're just going to bring our A game, and whoever the opponent, we know they'll bring their A game too, so we're just going to act like it's another Washburn game and just bring it our own.
Well, we talked about that we know Washburn was #1 ranked in the state. We know how good a program they are, but we told them before the game is, remember, your goal was #1 to get to the state tournament. The ultimate goal was to get to a state championship, which is at US Bank Stadium. Beating Washburn doesn't get you there. So there's still another big game to go if you want to get to the US Bank Stadium. So the girls certainly have that in their minds, but it's a relief to get past one of the best teams in the state, so we're thankful.
Wayzata's the top seed for state, but not the only great team.
I feel it's very strong, especially Maple Grove coming in and Edina. I think that's going to be our 2 most challenging ones, especially tying Edina twice. But I think if we just focus on what we can control, then I think we should be fine.
The next step in the journey for the Trojans is Thursday in St. Cloud. Jay Wilcox, CCX Sports.
The Trojans take on St. Michael Albertville in the Class AA quarterfinals at 5:30 p.m. Thursday at St. Cloud State. 4 sports figures with ties to the Northwest suburbs are now officially members of the Minnesota State High School League Hall of Fame. Among the 10 new inductees are Chrissy Wendell, the 2000 Park Center High School graduate, won a state hockey championship with the Pirates, 2 national championships with the Gophers, and also 2 Olympic silver medals. Also inducted, Larry Gallagher of Crystal. Gallagher has umpired baseball for 6 decades and is a basketball official as well, and a member of 3 Halls of Fame. Back middle there, it's Bill Miles, the longtime Wayzata cross-country coach who won 8 state championships, and Daryl Thompson of Plymouth, who was an outstanding prep athlete at Rochester John Marshall and later the U of M. And 4 of his children have been outstanding athletes at Armstrong High School. Congratulations to all of them. And Mike and Alex, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, John. In Local Vote 2017, Golden Valley voters are deciding 2 seats on the City Council.
There are 5 candidates running for those seats, including Jim Ryan. Ryan is recently retired from the Social Security Administration.
I'm Jim Ryan, a candidate in the upcoming election for the Golden Valley City Council. I will bring new perspective to the collaborative process of representing people in the city as we make our way to a vibrant future. We must consider the interests of all of our community as we ensure the brightest future in a thoughtful manner, using our resources with fiscal restraint. I can leverage my skills in problem solving and sound decision making to bring out the best in council leadership. We have challenges in meeting the changing community needs as light rail becomes part of getting residents and workers to their daily destinations. As we implement economic development opportunities, we need to carefully plan for needs of current and future residents. And we need to continue strategic infrastructure upkeep and improvement for optimal benefit of resources, including our parks and green recreation spaces for residents of all ages. I look forward to serving as your go-to council member. Thank you for your support.
Well, still ahead, wonder what this year's top Halloween costume is?
This year there is a super and strange theme. We'll be right back.
Well, the countdown is on with Halloween here next week.
Popular costume choices this year range from the supernatural to the super creepy. Zombies are still a go-to costume for many, but at Brooklyn Park's Spirit Halloween store, the top costume pick this year is from the Netflix supernatural drama Stranger Things. Disney's Hocus Pocus is also drawing people in, and this year's release of the Wonder Woman movie is inspiring kids and adults to don the tiara and gauntlets and fight for justice.
Here, and I just thought people just like different cartoon characters or different stuff like that, but it is interesting because people come in, and how I found out the most popular one because they'll come in and ask for the same costume.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks so much for joining us.